This is Paul coming at you. Remember, if you like this video, hit the like button or subscribe. Okay, well, no need to say it. Of course, we still need to practice our distance, wear your mask. But this conversation is not about that. This conversation is about what's going on out there today. People are marching, people are protesting. We saw yet again, another brother, another black man being murdered on television in front of our eyes. But this time, the idea is that we're not just going to let it go. It has happened again and again and again. And there's always the promise of, oh, we're going to do something about that. And maybe that incident, maybe if we're lucky, somebody gets arrested. And maybe if we're lucky, a cop loses his job. But there are no laws passed. Nothing is passed. Nothing is done. It happens again and again and again. And people are getting angry. But I want you to notice some things. First, I want you to notice that there aren't just black people carrying signs that say Black Lives Matters. There are white people out there too. There are Latinos out there too. There are Asians out there too. And it's not just happening in the city where it occurred, which of course is in Minneapolis, Minnesota, which is one of the most racial places on the planet. But it's also happening around the world, in England, in Germany, and other places where people support what's going on here in the United States for equal rights. And it's happening all over the country. So it's being felt. And that's a good thing. That's a great thing. But just remember, we're all involved, and that's a historic thing. But we have a problem. Part of that problem is that we have looters taking advantage of this situation.
Cash register, but it's just so random.
Oh, look at they're taking
Look at that. There goes the ATM. There goes the ATM.
Let's see if we can get the license plate.
Let's get that license plate. Let's come around the west. Yeah, we'll get the tail, and you can see what's happening here. People are driving in from all other parts of town to participate in this, and we'll come around here in a second.
On the rear. So
no plate, no
taking
surprise.
advantage.
That shows his intent was to be involved in this from the beginning.
Yep.
Dude, be glad you took that plate off because we would have got it. Yeah, I'm a little angry.
Yeah,
I will share that.
I can't help but feel angry.
So where are we now? So now we're in a situation where we have an atmosphere of fear being created, an atmosphere of anger, an atmosphere of frustration. Nobody's quite sure who's doing what or why they're doing it. The other day I decided to take a trip because I wanted to know for myself. So, packed on my mask, took my gloves, and I went down to Santa Monica, California, where there was rioting going on. And I asked questions. And I had one guy tell me, hey, I'm just here to get my loot on. So here was a guy who was looting, and he just wanted to get his loot on. There were other people coming out of stores. I asked them questions. Most of them ignored me, of course. Okay, so we have people who are going around and they're catching them. They're actually looting. They're just out there to make the money, to steal the items, to get a new TV in their house. We have people like that. Then we have something strange, something very strange, which is that we have people coming in, not from the area where the protesters live or where that's taking place, but they're coming in from other places in the country. Now, that's not so strange in the sense that, we want to support each other, and so people come in to help support the movement. And that's a great thing, and that's not so strange. But what is strange is that this looting that's taking place and this violence that's taking place, it sprouts up out of nowhere. First, you have the peaceful protesters. They spend their few hours and they're protesting, and it's peaceful. Then it gets darker, and all of a sudden, you've got looting going on. You've got fires being started. What's that all about? Well, first you might think it's to press home the message, to let you know that we're serious, and that this time we're not just going to walk away when you say, okay, we've arrested him, because we want more than that. We want laws. We want something done so that this type of thing can't happen in the future so easily. So what's going on out there that all of a sudden this violence comes up? And it's interesting. I don't know if you noticed it or not. I'm going to give you just a little small example. In 3 different cities, I saw cherry bombs going off. You asked, what is a cherry bomb? Well, it's a large explosive device that's used for July 4th, for celebrations. It's only harmful if you're standing right on top of it or if it blows up in your hand. Why would people be using that? It's loud, it's distracting, and it sounds violent. So, okay, so that's being spread around, and somehow people are getting these things and going to these different cities and blowing off these explosives. True, they're not harmful. But they're loud, like something's happening, like there's a battle taking place. And then you've got the people running around starting the fires. And they're burning down places that, that our people work at. Where black people have jobs. They're burning down black-owned businesses. So what's that about? Do they not care? No strategy involved there. And now they're calling in the National Guard. Okay, so the states have called in National Guard in order to protect the downtown areas and Beverly Hills and, places like that. And just today, all of a sudden, and not all of a sudden, our president has been saying that our governors are too weak to handle the situation. So if they can't handle the situation, he will. So violating states' rights, he will send in federal troops. So what is that saying? That's saying that states' rights no longer matter. We have a problem. We have to be careful. Something's going on. I don't know what it is. I'm just hoping that when this is all over, we come out of this with our rights intact, our country intact, our beliefs intact. So raise your voice, lift your voice, say something, try to be heard, but do it if you can without hurting other people, the very people you want to help. Because by hurting them, you hurt yourself. So, and those of you who have an ability to talk to the government, who have the ability to help pass laws, please understand that with all the people who've been killed on television, on camera, nothing was done. We need to make changes that are effective and real. You can help that happen. You're in the government. You're connected to the government. And those of us who aren't, we have our vote. Use your votes wisely. Let's make that change. Let's finally make that change. We can do it. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Stay strong. Lift your voices. Be heard. Can you hear us now? Can you hear what we're saying now? Let's answer that question. Take care.